Hello to primary and secondary school days. In biology, we drew cockroaches, legs everywhere, antennas stretched, as if one day the cockroach would bring food to the table. Isn't it funny that we drew and labeled it in school, but never learned how to escape it in reality? We also drew lizard. Now I understand why most of my classmates cut the tails of the lizard they drew. We also drew trees, stem, roots, bark, leaves, but nobody asked us to draw the hunger that sat under those trees. In agriculture, we drew hoes, cutlasses, watering cans, soil profiles. But the hoe never dug some of us out of struggle. The cutlass never cut away poverty. The watering can never poured hope into dry life. Business studies bent our hands into curves. Shorthand they called it. But tell me, did shorthand ever shorten suffering? But was there ever a right formula for survival? Further mathematics, teacher whipped me with cane. Every stroke I asked myself, did I ever see further than hunger? Did further mathematics ever teach me how to calculate the rent I'm paying now? In English, we wrote letters. Write a letter to your uncle or auntie in the city. Tell him or her to assist your education. We wrote them, we passed, we closed the book. But the truth, the same letters we wrote in class have turned into phone calls and text messages. We've been sending to over 15 years now, to the same uncles, to the same aunties. And just like in English exam, still no reply. Civic education taught us our rights. Which rights? Sometimes silence is safer than speaking. But then came social studies, the reality subject, the one that told the truth. Social studies mentioned poverty. I nodded because I and others had tested it. Social studies said lack of parental guidance. Oh yes, I saw my classmates raising themselves. It said peer pressures, and I thought of corners behind classrooms where most of my classmates took decisions that grew faster than their heights. Social studies also said illiteracy, and I see educated people acting like one. It said lack of resources, and I remembered my 2 feet, trekking from Berger to Ikeja. So I asked, why did we waste ink so much on diagram, when the real tool we needed was opportunity? And maybe social studies was the only brave teacher, brave enough to write reality on the board. Social studies taught truth, even if it was bitter and uncomfortable. Well, all subjects together weren't just lessons, they were stories. Stories that nudged us, trained us, shaped us to keep writing, keep calculating, keep drawing, even though the cockroach is under our bed, even when the world refuses to reply. A story not just about marks on paper, but about life outside the classroom. If you ask me, we are all unfinished diagrams, still waiting to be labeled with the truth that matters.